Hello everybody, welcome back to Elden Ring. This is probably going to be one of the few episodes that doesn't have a boss fight in it, depending on how quickly things go. In any case, we are back in Three Sisters, and we are going to be talking to some NPCs, in particular Ranni. We're obviously already in Ranni's Rise. If you don't know how to get here, please refer to the previous episode, as that dealt with the Three Sisters area in general. And we're just going to go up the lift to speak to the NPC and start some questline stuff on its road, although a lot of it is not going to get completed for quite some time, as I want to make sure we get the most rewards and the most options. So that means not interacting with certain things until much later in the game. I'll explain more in a bit as we go along. But in any case, we're going to go ahead and interact with Ranni. Now, because we've already done... Oh, we can serve Ranni with the witch. Can we do this now? Oh, she let us already. Okay. So, if she doesn't allow you to join her, we're going to go through that in a minute. I didn't trigger enough of... Roger's quest to do something that I wanted to show you guys. But it's fine. We'll go through it anyway. So now we're going to come down here and we're going to have to speak to all of her servants. These are Blythe, E.G. that we've already seen, and Seluvis that you will not have already seen. We need to speak to all of them down here. Also note that if you come into here, you won't be able to leave, so you must do this once this has been started. So we've got you. Blythe is going to tell us now that he's in the Siofra Riverwell, which is why I'm going to choose to go there now instead of clearing it fully earlier. We've already been down there and picked up a little bit of loot, but we're going to go ahead and get the last interaction with him down there. And then we have Seluvis.
I don't know what since I asked. Common pain should if it were up, but who? Common pain should.
That's done, right? That's done. And you'll probably notice if we come out here, all barried off. So now we need to go back up to Ranni, and she should fall asleep for us. And then we'll go and talk about Roger, who we didn't go and turn in the quest for. So we went to the Black Knife Catacombs already. Oh, but Fia's gone. That's really weird. Okay, it must be because we went to Altus early. Things have gone a bit strange. Whoops. We'll see how this turns out. We will see.
Thou needs not indulge them unduly. It hath been a passing long time.
There we go. Can we go now? No. Oh, come on. We've spoken to them all. Let's try this again. I must have not gotten some dialogue from someone. It must be E.G. Seluvis was repeating himself, and Blythe was repeating himself. Let's go with E.G. Must have missed some E.G. dialogue. Or maybe I need to rest. Yeah, I think so. Let's just do this. Let's try again. Shouldn't be this stuck. There we go, now she's asleep. Now we can leave. Yeah, there we go. I guess we just needed to rest. So, before we go and speak to Seluvis, who's down there, and drop off the cliff for Pidia, which I actually forgot to do in the previous episode, I was going to do that. We're going to return to Roundtable Hall just so we can talk about Roger. Because if you have been following his questline, which I'm aware kind of missed a little bit, it doesn't really hurt anything. But we are no longer going to continue his quest. That's real weird. I wonder if I'll be able to give her the thing that we got when we see her later. That's real interesting. Because Fia's already gone, so I've done something a little bit out of order here. Just because I didn't realise it was going to activate the way that it did. Yes, so if you've been following Roger's questline and Ranni says no to you, Just speak to Rogier again and ping between the two NPCs, and she will let you enter her service so that you can continue the quest line. This is important, especially for mages, because we need to get accepted into her service to be able to speak to Seluvis, who is going to be down here. We're going to set off to Seluvis's rise from the Royal Moon Grazing Grounds, though. Just so that we don't have to do anything at all with the dragon. We're just going to leave it alone. And really don't need to do anything with it now. Certainly a couple of reasons to be coming back here. We know we can get to his little hideaway. And we know that we can come on over this way and just completely ignore Big Dragon. Which is fine. That is all we need. What's that noise? That's just a blue FP one. Whoa! Trees! Please, don't get me, trees. So here we have Seluvis. He's a lovely guy, I'm sure you'll agree. Skip through all of his dialogue. So, accept the task is going to give us a potion. Okay. Now, he's asking us to give that to Nepheli. And I'm going to give it to an NPC far later in the game instead, because we have the option to give this to several people. We can give it to Nepheli, and she will turn into a puppet. I've never done it that way before, because if we don't turn her into a puppet and complete her quest line, she'll give us an ancient dragon stone, and I prefer that outcome. We can give it to Gideon, which will allow us to progress Seluvis' quest line, but we don't really get anything else out of it that way. Or we can give it to a different NPC that's going to appear later, and get that NPC as a puppet. And it's a pretty decent NPC, quite tanky, so if you're not going to use Tish, that NPC is pretty decent. So next then we're going to go down here. Not spoken about that. So we've got his task, and we're basically just going to leave it like that. It's unfortunate. Oh no, that's going to kill me. No, it didn't. Haha, we survived. So we get down here, we're back in Caria Manor. And then we can just walk off here. Walk off here. Walk off here. Walk off here. Can't remember if there's anything on the roof. Let's double check. I don't think there is. No. I've just realised what this can be abused for, and that bothers me. I'm not going to say anything. Right. So we can just come on over to here. This is going to be where we'll find Pidia. Where are you? There you are. And here we have a new merchant. It's a bit awkward to reach. We can't fast travel directly to here. We always have to drop off of the cliff to get back. So if there's anything here that you see that you want, now is a good time to get it. A particular note for me is all of this stuff. We have this. We have an arcane scaling weapon that I've never used. Black leather shield, which looks quite cool actually, but it's just not going to be good for this. I don't know what that's for. Ha! Never use. I wonder what that shows you. We're going to get everything anyway. We don't need it, but that's interesting. So, yes, just take everything here from the one. This is really good on the shield, especially if you want to be able to parry spells. I used this in the Caria Tower, but I probably won't be. I'm just going to phase through all of the attacks that we have to now. Extra ritual pot is always going to be good. You want to keep on getting all of your recipes in, and level tier is going to be relevant probably in the next 3 to 4 videos, because we'll be entering to Raya Lucaria soon. Celestial's You as well, I guess can be useful, but there's really not too many times where I feel like I need to use those, so that's not too bad. Take everything you want from him, we're good. And that is 3 sisters dealt with for now. The next time we'll come up here will be when we're progressing Seluvis' questline, and then when we're progressing Ranni's questline. But for me, that is a fairly large amount of time into the future. There's lots of things that we can do, but basically, to even start progressing it, we need to defeat Radahn down here, and then head through Nokron City. This is all words and names of places you guys are not going to know about right now, so just forget about it. Instead, then, our next thing is going to be to meet Blythe down in Siofra River. We are going to start from the first grace, start clearing our way through though. So from here, oops, I always forget. I'll just step forward a little bit so we can get on the horse. We're going to aim to get on that wall just above my head there, you can see, on the upper area. I am not a fan of fighting these enemies, I've said it before in the series, so we're just going to leave them alone. Where are the steps? The steps up here. Here we go. What do I want? If this is your first time here, then maybe loot kind of around. We'll just loosely grab stuff. There'll be a few upgrade items. Of particular note, you probably won't be able to see them on my go through this area. But if you haven't been here before, make sure you're grabbing all of the glovewort. There are some nice instances of higher level ghost glovewort here, which will allow you to upgrade some of your summons beyond what they're probably at right now. Let's make sure we grab this. Budding horn, yes, yes, yes. We're going up this way. Come on. Ooh. Should probably do this on foot, really, but I don't know, having fun on the horse. Let's come off this way. I don't want to fall off now. I suppose I should deal with these, otherwise they're going to be a pain. Oh man, get off! Pain in the ass. Nope. Okay. I'll take you seriously then, aren't I? Huh. These bubble spells. It's a shame they don't hit like that when I use them. Let's just do my head in, look at them. It's so tough and just drop nothing. Right. I don't think there's actually anything out here. Let's just double check. Yeah, it's just messages, look. No point in going out there. It's fine. I don't mind it being like that. I'm sure there's some people like, well, there should be something in every corner, but nah, maybe not every corner. We're going to switch to the rock sling now, because we want to be able to hit that. Ah, did you have to disengage? Fine then. Roll off that oracle bubble, silver pickled foot. So with all of the important stuff picked up, we can move on. Let me just double check that there's nothing else that I think we should get from here. There's a bit of glovewort over there, let's grab that. It's not an important one, but we'll grab it. Ghost glovewort. These items are just basically trap items. As you can see, all of the clay dudes are just going to get up from all around you. Don't hang around here if you don't have to, it's just going to be a pain. That's just an alternate way up, so if you want to get up here quicker without dealing with the ruins, you can do that on that left side. With all that said, we're just going to head on to the lift. Oh, I'm sneaking for no reason. It's going to take its time, isn't it? It's going to take its time. I need to like get a list of dad jokes or something, so over time there's a break until you guys a funny joke. It's not that funny. Do 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 do. Yay! So, I think there's loot down here. Yes, loot down here. Bit of beast liver. There's a crab hiding, trying to catch you out. So be careful of that. Go into here. Preserving boluses. I believe that cures rot, which is rather nice. Big crab. It's very, what's the word? This one aggro's real lots. It's an aggressive crab, particularly aggressive. I guess it's guarding its eggs, if we're going to go with storytelling here. Just stole all of its babies. And then come up and rest at the Grace. Now then, the way this area works to unlock the boss fight is these pillars here. We have to interact with 8 of them. As you can see over there, there are 8 pillars on top, around those stairs. And when I interact with one of these, one of them will turn on. We have to get all of them on fire. Now, I need to make sure that I interact with them all. I have a habit of going around showing everybody where they are and not actually activating them because I get distracted by myself. Here we have just some examples of the enemies we're going to be facing here. These can be quite troublesome. I don't quite know how quickly we can dispatch them at the moment. We should be looking pretty good on them. 2 rock slings is not ideal. But that's what we're going to have to work with. We may just have to pass a lot of them by, because that is a lot of FP to be using on 2 enemies, and there are a lot of them around. Let's have a quick reset here. And we'll at least work our way around to the next Grace. There is 2 more? I think it's 2 more in this zone. More crabbage. We're not bothered about the crab. Instead, just as I was saying earlier, we're going to try and do things a little quickly here. So we're just going to stick to this left-hand side. I'm going to run past a lot of these enemies, and we're just going to get in here and deal with this like that. Varys, how did you not notice me? They've usually aggroed way before now. Okay, we're just going to get back down this side then. Oh, sound went there. That's a bit weird. Hopefully that doesn't affect the recording too much. Could be a bad sign. Okay, so now that we're back out this way, let's talk about... Luckily speaking, none of these ones have bows. When they have bows, those are particularly egregious. So this will teleport you to a later point in the level. Oh, hello. What is that? Oh, it didn't do its charged one, that's why. It's these balls of lightning here. Don't go near them. They are just basically an environmental hazard, and they will zap you. Have absurd range, so a bit crazy. So just try not to bother with them. They do seem to have like an aggro range. They seem to be treated as an enemy. We ain't bothered about that. So coming on to this next bit then, the next tower is going to be on this island. It is guarded. There should be a few of them around, so just be careful. I wonder if I can get in for a backstab. Come on. Yeah, baby. Oh, I have still got that on. Interesting. Good. We're not even doing the full damage. Okay, let's just make sure damage. Might save me some FP. Now we can deal with this without aggroing a crowd. Very nice. Next Grace then should be... No, we can't quite see it. It's right where that archway is that we can see just ahead. Is there anything I want to get before I go over there though? I don't think so. Just thinking off my head now. So no, not right now. We're going to go attack the Grace, and then we'll get a merchant dealt with. Yeah, we should have time for that. Which basically involves going up all of this scaffolding just here. So we'll grab this on the way. In fact, you know what, I'm going to grab the Grace first, just in case they zap me. That way we really won't lose any progress. I have to view everything as an extreme danger at the moment. Although the next 3 Graces, I'll actually be allowed an additional heal. That's going to be nice. Once we get the next 3 seeds, should I say. Yeah. Ugh, I can't believe they don't even disappear. Oh, they do disappear. I thought they did. I was going to say. Get rid of that. See, there's another one on that side, so let's not forget that. Should have iframes while we're doing this. Crits are gonna be bad for you. Aww. Take a heal. Give me that damage boost. 10% more damage on the crit would have been real good, actually. Oh, look how nice that is. I'm going to interrupt that as well. I didn't realise that was like sitting with all of the animals. That's real cool. I like that. There we go. So you dealt with. So next we want to go under here. Ooh. There's loot in this shack. I remember rightly. Something. Nope, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. This one I think we can climb. The next one, like a dude starts trying to climb down it while you're climbing up it, and it's a real pain. Can I sneak? Can I sneak? Sneak attack. Oh, I was going to turn around. Oi! Yeah, under that. Oh, your friend has come. Hello. That's not how this usually goes. We'll take it. Oh, you're staggerable. That's worth knowing. So as long as we have stamina, we can continue thrashing you with that, can we? That means we've lost health. Back to healing mode. Now we're going to drop off here. I don't think there's loot on this side. Is there loot on this side? Yeah, there is. Ah. Gold rune. It's a rune. Right. Then in here we go. Could be mounted right now, but we're fine. I'll take that on from here if you want. It's going to spit back. There is a glove walk down there, so we're probably going to have to get past it. This is what we're here for. Having carrying greatsword is going to make this considerably easier than some of the others. Oh, you don't have a donkey. It's good to know. Oh, I can't stagger him out of it. No! Once he enters into madness, we cannot reverse it. This guy sells cheap, what are they called? Stone sword keys. So that's kind of why you want that. Give me my horse. Right, out we go. I think you have loot around you. No, I guess not. But there was something in here. Something stone 4. Guess that's all. Right, and then I don't think there is a tower here to light. There are just a couple of bits of shinies. This is just meant to be a hazard. Look, you can just see there's so much of these tentacle monsters. Realistically, we just want that. Let's loot our way through it. We don't need to fight all those. I mean, you guys can. They'll drop beast liver or something like that, right? So, ooh, some good stuff there. Anybody that's been following the walkthrough should recognise that. That's where the portal takes us to the upper area. We'll leave that for its own little bit. So yeah, that's that. There is one more pillar here to light, and we are kind of at the end of where I want to be for this episode because we've gone well over the 20 minutes I like to use. So here we have another one. This one's going to have a load of ghosties around it, so we need to be careful. Luckily we get invincibility frames when we're doing it. Let's mount up. And I think that's everything for now. You can see Blythe just over there, where the font is. So we'll call that the last bit over this side, because then we're done with what is probably the most dangerous part. A lot of those guys will follow us over. Oh no, they seem to have de-aggro, that's good. Usually they come over and I have to kind of fight them off around this pillar. But apparently today they've decided they're being nice to me.
Good to see you. Apologies, mate. But I don't.
Oh, we don't need to list this.
Perhaps it's not recall that. Let's give him a...
So that's going to be about it.
Leave this place if either of us...
It doesn't do anything, but I just figured I'd show you guys the extra dialogue. We've already dealt with this. Anybody here just for this episode? There's a few bits of kind of upgrade materials and a stone sword key on the end of there, but we've already got that, so I don't need to go over that again. And that clears out the first part of Siofra River. Should have quite a lot of flames over on there now. Oops. I got all this now, just having a look at what I wanted to see. Loot. Give me that. Don't really need it, but got it now. Just want to have a look at how many we've done. I think there's only 2 left. I want to say it's 2 left. Shouldn't have come over here, really. Yeah, right, 2 left. So, in the next episode then we'll pick up from the grace that we got. I'm going to be aggroed on so I can't show it on the map right now. But yeah, I'll see you guys again soon for that.